Mass extinction events is a topic that is extremely uncomfortable when brought up in conversation. The fact that a meteor could just wipe us out, the fact that some unknown disease in Antarctica could just like infect us and wipe us off the map, it's extremely morbid to think about. However, when we're talking about extinction events in anime, they are absolutely OD. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The extinction events we're gonna talk about in this video, you probably will not survive them. For those who didn't watch Attack on Titan, the rumbling is when our main character, Eren uses his ability of the founding Titan to release all the wall Titans and stomp on the earth. Now, before I watched Attack on Titan, I already thought I could survive this. I'm just like, bro, just run at a pace where they can't catch you, right? But that's not really how it works. The first problem is that you don't even know where they're coming from. Unless you're an Eldian outside the walls and you were given that Amber Alert from Eren Yeager to like evacuate or something, you're probably just a regular human and you do not know about the rumbling. A lot of non-Eldians only found out that the rumbling was rumbling when it was right at their doorstep. There's no form of news coverage like, oh my god guys, breaking news, Eren Yeager just released all the wall Titans. No, that's not how it works. But let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say you're an Eldian and you have the ability to escape. Or you're just a regular human who just so happened to hear from another Eldian that the rumbling is occurring. What are you gonna do? Your first thought maybe try to run or maybe try to find some high ground, but that's not going to work either. A little blue birdie told me that the wall Titans are moving at a consistent pace of 30 miles per hour. If these guys are moving at a constant pace of 30 mph, we are low-key cooked. There's no organism on Earth, including humans, that can run at a pace of 30 mph. The only way running would work in that scenario is if you were already far away from where the wall Titans are at. The only way for you to escape in that scenario is to get a form of transportation. For example, a horse. Horses in this time are very reliable. Also, trains. We do see some people in Attack on Titan on trains trying to escape the rumbling, but I just feel like that's extremely unlikely. If you combine the time and the unpreparedness and the lack of transportation, you're probably cooked. But let's say they're at your doorstep. What are the chances of trying to like dodge them and, you know, kind of move out of the way? Short answer, 0% chance you can dodge. Why, you may ask? Well, that's the second problem. They emit steam. Do you guys remember the colossal titan, Bertolt Hoover? Yeah, he was able to emit steam from his body and he almost cooked Armin into oblivion. So basically, not only are they stomping on the earth, they're also cooking it at the same time. So even if you miraculously dodge them and not get stomped out, you're still going to get cooked alive. We actually do see some people, you know, in Marley who somehow dodged getting touched and they're still getting cooked. The only way you can survive is try to pace yourself out, get as far away as possible, and pray to God that Eren's friends stop them before, you know what I'm saying, you get cooked or stomped. The third impact. Don't even get, bro. The third impact. Come on, bro. You might as well impact me in my head. I'm cooked. If you haven't watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, the mass extinction event known as the third impact is an event where everybody just kind of combines into one being. You lose your individuality and humanity just becomes this like big clump of everything, I guess. I don't know. I mean, there's really no avoiding this. Like, how are you supposed to avoid assimilating with everybody on Earth? Like how are you supposed to dodge this? If you saw the movie, you know you're cooked, bro. Niggas is like popping into these orange balloons and stuff. It's like, what? It's like, yo, it was extremely disturbing to watch, I'm not gonna lie. They got a bunch of Rei Aonamis pulling up on you and turning you into Nickelodeon slime. Like, what the bro, are you dead ass? But let's say you're one of the main characters. Maybe you're Shinji, maybe you're Asuka, but like, what are you supposed to do after that, bro? Yeah, you guys are individuals now, like you somehow did not assimilate, but like, what are you supposed to do now? What are we going to do? Where are we even at? This is going to be a short segment because there's really nothing to discuss. How are you supposed to dodge this, avoid this? you know, protect yourself, there's really nothing you can do. The universe reset. Oh my goodness, the universe reset is actually insane. However, it is survivable. Let me explain. This is Enrico Pucci, the villain of part 6. Enrico Pucci upgrades his stand, and it's called Made in Heaven, and he uses his stand to reset the entire universe. Why did he do this? Well, apparently he wanted people to know their futures. I don't know. The guy is weird. All you need to know is that the universe is being sped up so fast, it just somehow resets. Surviving the universe reset really depends on the location, bro. If you're outside, you better get your ass inside. Because although humans are not affected by the universe speeding up, everything else is. I think there was a scene where this lady was walking around and she got absolutely blitzed by this car. There also might be debris falling around and stuff, so if you want to protect yourself, you gotta get inside your crib or inside a shelter. You also gotta remember that the environment around you is decaying at an extremely fast pace. That includes skyscrapers, buildings, just anything that's tall in general is decaying at a rapid pace. So if you're in a skyscraper, let's say you're working a corporate job, you're low-key cooked, because if that shit falls down, you're finito. But yeah, man, so far this is the only extinction level event that you can survive. You know something is bad when it's referred to as a calamity. When it's called the Great Calamity, that's how you know something went down. If you haven't watched ReZero, long story short, the Witch of Envy, 400 years prior to the start of the show, basically went crazy and destroyed half of the world. Although there are, you know, many references to it in ReZero, we're not exactly shown the full detail of what happened. Almost everybody in ReZero has this disdain or hatred for the Witch of Envy, so she was probably doing some crazy stuff back then. And by the way, she was so powerful that she had to be sealed away. The Divine Dragon Volcanica and the Sword Saint had to jump her and seal her away. That's how powerful she was. We also gotta take a look at her powers and stuff. We know that she could just end people in an instant. We know that her miasma, which is basically just her battle aura, we know that that shit makes people go insane. For reference, in Arc 6 of ReZero, Subaru, Ram, and Anastasia go crazy from the miasma in the Pleiades Watchtower, and they proceed to kill each other for no reason. So it's safe to say that the Witch of Envy was probably violating niggas left and right. And that is where the video is going to end off on. I would talk about the eclipse from Berserk, but like, I'm not caught up with Berserk.